Hello, hello. My name is Linda, also known as Tortajala around the internet, and I love creative journaling and all things stationery. In this video, I wanted to share a rundown of my stationery life, I suppose. Maybe you can call it the state of affairs right now. As I'm back from summer vacation, even though we still have more than a month before school even starts here in Italy for my kids, so we don't really have a routine, but at least I'm home and not traveling and have access to all of my things. And after being gone so long for a vacation, all of my like daily, weekly habits, routines, they've just all fell by the wayside. So I'm coming back to all of my journals who are probably very sad and lonely because I'm just behind on everything that is dated. I actually went back to rewatch my New Year Techo Kaigi just to remember like what I had originally planned and talked about. And it's clear that I have way too many journals to keep up with, even though like ultimately it's not a problem per se. And I mentioned it last time as well because I don't think that you must only have one journal. I personally like variety. That's why I like to have different sized journals for different mediums, different purposes, themes. And it doesn't mean that I need to touch them daily, but I have like various outlets to turn to, and that works for me. But the reality of that kind of situation means that I'm not going to finish journals quickly since everything is spread out in multiple books. So I just need to be okay with that. And now that we are in August, gosh, time sure flies. I want to do like this mid year check in to go over things for myself just to get clarity. And I hope that by sharing my thoughts, it might also help you to get some clarity on your planner and journaling life situation. So, just for a little background, if you didn't already know, I am a mom of three kiddos from toddler aged to middle school aged. My kids will be going to three different schools this fall, so I will be doing a lot of drop off and pickup kind of thing. So it will be an interesting stage where the older kids require less attention when everyone is at school, and I will obviously have the time available for me. But I do work part-time doing graphic design work, but the hours are like flexible. Although if I don't get to doing things during the day, that's when I don't sleep because I'm just going to be working at night, which obviously is not a great situation. But there's all the daily life stuff, housework. I mean, all the things that we all have to take care of before I get to my creative life and hobbies and that kind of thing. All that is just to say that it's not that I have zero time. Yes, everyone is like a busy mom or just a busy person. It's usually more an issue of like when I have 15 minutes free, what can I do or what should I do? Prior to prioritization um, is definitely key. And just sort of like imagine the situation of having also like 15 minutes while waiting in the car to pick someone up. There's probably only a limited type of like task that you can do in that kind of situation. So there's a lot of like, I don't know, just wait time or like chopped up times in my like life routine right now. And even when the kids are all home or playing, um, I might have like time to do things, but perhaps with a lot of interruption, and also with like a lot of noise. For me personally, I find it like quite hard to get into the flow of things when there's like just so much going on around me. And I think that's why I do spend a lot of time on social media because it's something easy to do when your mind is just not focused to do other things. And I'm sharing all this just to set my own expectations, I guess, too, because I think it's really easy to always want to like do more, to get more productive. Like, oh, I should be getting more tasks done, more projects done. I should be able to, add this into my life here or there because, there is quote unquote time available. But there has to be an upper limit, right? For whatever time you have, the energy you have. the lifestyle and the responsibilities that you have. So, like when it comes to planning, I am pretty bare bones in that I just use a monthly calendar for scheduling events and commitments. And I sort of do like the rapid logging, Bujo notes style of system, but not that structured. Just lots of lists and things like that. But that's it. So it's not really sophisticated in terms of planning. And I think year after year, I tend to think that I need more or want more because maybe there's this false idea that like, oh, if I'm more organized or have like charts or logs or something, then I would be more productive. But really, I never like am able to carry through those kinds of systems. And ultimately, I don't really need them, right? Because yes, there is the want to always to like do more, to get more done. But it's not like I'm missing appointments or commitments. I'm getting like, the tasks that I need to get done. So there isn't like a major problem I'm trying to solve. I guess we always want to optimize, but I wonder if that is even the right goal. Um, it's like such a Western, I don't know, hustle culture kind of way of thinking, right? Like you constantly think, no matter what, that you need to do more or get more done. I don't know, maybe that's just all too unrealistic um, at this point in my life or in this situation. So in the past, I've used like a daily notebook for rapid logging or like a Passport TN insert or even like loose leaf pages in like a Pocket or M5 ring planner. But it's really just all different formats, but I'm doing the same thing. It's just like the monthly calendaring and the rapid logging notes kind of thing. So right now I'm using this red Passport TN because it was what I brought with me for traveling, and it just has like the monthly calendars to get my dates straight and just a bunch of notes lists. That's it. That is the extent of my actual planning. I do have a goals planner that helps with like high level goal planning, but to be honest, I have not been um, thinking about that in the last quarter at all. I think that it's good to have goals and to progress, but at this point I think I'm just like maintaining the status quo. um I don't know, maybe I should be more ambitious or maybe that's expecting too much. I'm sort of in that in between where it's like I'm not sure, like of course um the want is there to do more and like hit more goals and get more done, but then it's like, wait, is that even realistic? um or am I just falling into the whole hustle culture thing, you know? Otherwise, the rest of my stationary life is basically all journals, right? All documentation, or like creative journaling. So I have many, many traveler's notebooks. And if you go to like one of my past videos, I go through like all of my TNs. So I definitely mention like what each one is for. So they basically just have like different themes or types of documentation for different types of memory keeping. And I'm sort of fine with the fact that I don't touch them like on a daily basis. It's just when I want to document something, and that's fine. For my memory keeping in A5 format, I'm using the MD paper journal, and this has been going fine and will continue without issue. I do this every year, even though I've used like Hobonichi, I've used Kimbor, and now I'm just using, oh, I've used also like the MD diary, and now I'm just using the MD like paper, um, like journal, but blank because I feel like I don't need dates. I've been scrapbooking and documenting life, like my kids, for so many years. I just don't have an issue anymore. It's just like a thing that I do, so I will keep up with it. And there aren't really any problems with this particular documentation effort. Um, but besides that, everything else is, I don't know, just sort of on shaky ground right now. In the beginning of the year, I started using this Midori Hibino for creative doodling with my fountain pens, and I really enjoyed it. I kept up with it. I have all like the monthly flip throughs on my channel if you're interested. And the issue is that when I went on vacation, just everything was on the wayside because I didn't take anything with me. So now I'm terribly behind. Of course, it's possible to catch up, and of course, I don't need to follow the dates, and I could just do a spread whenever I feel like it, or even like do double entries. So at some point, I will be caught up. But I don't know. I just have so little motivation to complete things right now, and maybe it's like a slump. I don't know. And same feelings with my like Hobonichi weeks, which is like my personal life log or journal. I already have 2023 and 2024, so this is the third year, 2025. But because Hobonichi has had these Tomoe River paper issues, and I've experienced it in this book, even my extra fine fountain pens will like feather and spread on this paper, and I don't know, it's just put a dampener on the whole experience for me. And I kept thinking like I would find the right pen or the right ink. And obviously I could just use a ballpoint pen, but yeah, I've just fallen so behind and have so little motivation because of the frustrations of the paper that I just again don't want to do it. And the same feelings are coming out in regards to my Midori 3 year diary as well. This is easy to keep up with because it's just a little blurb, but I didn't take it with me. Again, I didn't take anything with me on vacation besides like just travel journaling. Um, but I'm just starting to think like, is it really necessary? Do I really need to do this? Is it worth spending the time, even if it is easy? Because I have my A5 memory keeping. So, like, this memory keeping book is the only thing that has an outside audience. It's for my kids, it's for my family, they will flip through it. Everything else really is just for me. So, I found myself more so just doing morning pages, brain dumping, which is just writing, just journaling. And I do it in random notebooks and moleskins, um, you know, just anywhere. But it's because I don't keep them and I don't reread them and they're just tossed away. It's just stream of consciousness to release all the thoughts, but I like to do it like analog writing because I think it does make a difference. So maybe that's why I feel like all these other journals, they seem just less necessary. Um, I don't know. I don't know the fate of all these journals now. I've not continued since coming back from vacation. And again, I have many more journals as well, like fun journals, creative journals, art journals. I have the R's journal that, again, I was keeping up. Um, I also have my Bujo highlights journal. Um, and you can see flip throughs on my channel as well. But everything just fell to the wayside because I was off on vacation for a long time. And now that I'm back, um, it just feels like I'm so behind because they are dated and there's so little motivation to like quote unquote catch up or do whatever. So they're just sitting there. And yeah, I have all my TN journals, but those are not tied to dates. So um, I don't feel like I really need to do something. Really, currently, my only like project is okay, keep up with my memory keeping A5 as usual. And then I have my summer vacation to document in um, a traveler's notebook. And really, that's the only thing that is active. Everything else is just like, I don't know, on hold or will be chopped, maybe. I don't know. And I'm thinking, maybe I'm okay with that. Maybe I do just need to start with a clean slate. And over time, if something gets added back in, that's fine, but I don't need to. I suppose I'm just taking it day by day at this point. And maybe the thought, like final thought, is that ultimately all of this is a hobby, right? I suppose like there are no rules or there's no like need to finish a journal. I can really do anything or nothing at all. So I'm definitely feeling just more freed at this point, and I'm just going to focus on the few things that I do want to do, that bring joy, that, are consistent and, like there is the motivation to do it and just go from there. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. I don't know. Is it disappointing? Is it sad, boring? I don't know. Because I have so many dated journals. So, of course, the thoughts do pass my mind like, oh my gosh, it's such a waste. It's such a shame. But at the same time, these are all just tools, they're materials. They're supposed to serve us. They're not supposed to make us feel guilty, and certainly our hobby should not make us feel sad, right? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments what you think, and I would also love to hear if you've had any revelations mid-year in your like planner and journaling life. Um, how are things going? Please let me know, and I will be looking forward to responding to your comments as well. Thanks so much for watching my video and helping me out with getting a bit of clarity on my very simple planner situation and journaling life. I really appreciate you. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more stationery videos, please subscribe. I hope you have a very lovely day. And until next time, bye.